Welcome back to the channel, everyone, to another rundown episode where today we're going to be talking about the Gerber Strongarm knife. Very popular knife across a lot of different communities, camping, the prepping community, just the knife community in general, for good reason. It's a fantastic knife. We're going to be keeping it under 7-8 minutes-ish today, and we'll just kind of go through some of the details of it. So let's get right into it with some size comparisons. We're going to do first off the Benchmade full-size Adamas, just so you can kind of see. This is a pretty robust knife. One of them do the buck 110, because everybody has a buck 110. Similar in handle size to those. I think it's probably 4.5-5 inch handle, and then you have that longer blade that's probably 5-6 inches. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing, but great size for a knife. It's not way too big. It fits in your hand very well. It has this rubberized grip that you can get in black, or this is like the coyote brown. I think they actually just released another version of this. I'm not really sure what color the handles are, maybe like a reddish color, but those are more expensive. This used to retail for like 60 to 70 bucks, and now I think it's up to in the 90s, which is getting really expensive. So is it worth it? Well, let's see. So I have used this for how many months now? A couple months, pretty heavily, and you can kind of see it's wearing for sure on the tip of the blade. The coating is wearing off. There's chips all over the place on there. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. Let me try that. Yeah, there's chips all along the blade, like right there. Just because I use this and I have not sharpened it. Once I sharpen it, all those will be gone. This thing is a workhorse. You can pretty much do anything you want to it. A lot of people say that, oh yeah, it's a great survival knife or great camping knife or whatever, whatever. And the reason that they say that is because this thing is pretty much indestructible. There was a guy on YouTube named Joe X, and I think he just took his videos down for reasons that are going on. You should go look at his channel. But he used to have a video of this where he would hang it over a steel bar and hold on to it and do pull-ups from it, and it would not break. And that's just ridiculous. Like that's phenomenal. This steel is just 420 steel, like standard. They don't put it on the blade. I'm pretty sure it's 420 HC steel. Just kind of budget steel, but it is heat treated to be extremely tough. It is almost impossible to break one of these things. Now, does it have the best edge retention? Like, will it hold an edge the best? No, it will not. Is it necessarily the best steel for the job? No, probably not. But because they heat treat it so well, and because it's so tough, this thing can take more than a beating. It can take whatever you can throw at it. I would venture to guess, right, very few of these have actually broken that people have used that have not been actively trying to break them. So I know Joe X broke 2 of them, but that's because he was swinging it as hard as he could at a steel pipe repeatedly. And yeah, that's gonna break a knife. But this thing held up for like quite some time, which is really cool to see, just fun to watch. So I'll post a link to his channel. I think again he took his videos down, but that was just a great example of what this thing can hold up to and can do. So is it worth $90 in 2024? I don't know. I would say, just like I say for pretty much every other knife that I talk about and that I would recommend someone getting, wait till it goes on sale. I guarantee you this will go on sale at some point. Wait till Black Friday or wait till like the 4th of July. I think there's usually pretty big sales on knives. Wait until they're doing like a shipping discount, but I would caution you against paying $90 for this. However, I think if you do, you're not going to regret it, because this thing is going to last. This thing will outlive you and probably your children. It's built so durably. It will do anything that you need it to. We'll just stab this in the ground and kind of move dirt to the side to dig a hole, and I will hit rocks. Like I've hit rocks before in the dirt, and I've been swinging it at roots and tree branches, and it will hit stuff there and chip the edge. Like you can kind of see it's scratched up, chipped up. Let's see if you can see that on there. But I'll just throw it on the ceramic stone and hopefully work out some of the very minor things. But again, I just put it on a stone and sharpen it up, and it's good as new. I have not cleaned this, so this is the blade does not usually look this like dirty and bad. Once I clean it, it'll get back to the black coating. But this is just still just dirty. Like I don't typically clean it. I just throw it in my bag and go outside and get to work with it. So it's a fantastic, durable knife, especially if you're working all the time or using it for whatever. The sheath is kind of cool because you can put it in that way, or you can flip it around and put it in that way. However, the sheath, and again, I know I've referred to this guy cutting board reviews before, and he's not a fan of the Gerber Strongarm, so I disagree with him on that. I think this is an awesome knife, but the reason that he doesn't like it is because the sheath does not have very good retention, which is totally true. I'm not going to do it right now, but if I took this and I flung it as hard as I could that way, the knife would fall out. So that's usually not a good sign. But you know, if you're not doing that, I'm not like strapping it onto a backpack or a vest. I just put it in the sheath and kind of throw it in my bag, so that doesn't bother me. But it does come with all kinds of gadgets and attachments for the sheath that you can kind of make it a scout carry on your belt like that. You can strap it to a bag like that, or a vest, or whatever you need to strap it to. But I don't really use any of that. I just put it in the sheath and throw it in my bag. So that's another thing to consider. I'll try to find that video and kind of link it below here so you can watch his retention test of it. But in terms of just the knife, again, it's got that full tang, which you can't see, but it comes out here to this little glass breaker pommel type thing. The rubberized handles, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. But again, it's so tough and durable that it's hard to argue with a lot of stuff like that. Like you will not break this thing. It's amazing. You can clearly see that this has been well loved, and it is held up to everything. The handle even has held up to a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of dirt on the handle, a little bit of like rips in the rubber on there. You can kind of see it's damaged a little bit, but again, this thing has not let me down, and I don't think it ever will let me down. So I'm looking forward to getting another one of these if they ever go on sale. And even if they don't, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, like this is one knife that I would probably pay full price for. So I guess I'll kind of change my tune from a minute ago when I was saying wait to get it on sale. But I really do like this thing. I think it makes a great gift for people who are into the outdoors or whatever. It's under $100, American made in the USA, which is, again, in my opinion, really important, but totally would recommend it as a gift. Get it for yourself, get it for work or whatever. And I don't think you will be upset at all, especially after you get to use it. At the time that I got this, it was like one of the first couple knives that I got. It was on the higher end of knives that I owned, and I was afraid to kind of just beat on it. And then one day I was just like, you know what, I'm going to see what this thing can do. And I started to, and it was just fantastic. Like it just, I don't know. There's something about using a knife when you know that you're not going to be able to break it. So you can literally just do, like, I've thrown this as hard as I can at whatever and just kind of tested it out to see what would happen. But again, you will not go wrong with a Gerber Strongarm purchase. If you're not urgently needing a knife, wait for it to go on sale, but you won't be upset if you pay full price, in my opinion. But thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to see more episodes of these rundowns, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.